again with another video. So I'm sure you all are doing great. So today, but before we move on, please do not forget to like, share and to subscribe to my channel. So my dear friends, in the previous video we had seen what are hydrocarbons, how are they classified and some methods of preparation of alkanes. So moving forward, in today's video I'll be teaching you what are the methods of preparation of alkenes. So basically, just a quick recap, alkenes are the compounds which contain a double bond between the two carbon atoms. अल्कीन्स ऐसे कंपाउंड है जिसके दो कार्बन के बीच में डबल बॉन्ड होता है. दे आर कॉल्ड एज अल्कीन्स. Alkanes are the compounds which contain a single bond between the two carbon atoms. So today what we are going to learn is how are these alkenes prepared. So the very first method of preparation is using alkyl halide. Using alkyl halide. So what is alkyl halide? I told you this in the previous video as well. This is my alkane. This is an alkane. Alkane में का एक hydrogen if I remove and replace it with an halide, it is called as an alkyl halide. Alkane में का one hydrogen when I extract it and replace it with an halogen, it is called as an alkyl halide. So this entire thing is called as an alkyl and this is an halogen, therefore it is called as an halide. So we are going to see how do we make this alkene using alkyl halide. How is alkene prepared using alkyl halide? So first of all, the alkyl halide that I will be taking into consideration is ethyl chloride. Now why do I say that it is ethyl chloride? Two carbons are present, therefore the parent name is ethane. But it is an alkyl क्योंकि एक हाइड्रोजन कम है, so उसका name will be ethyl and the halogen involved is chlorine. So the name of this compound will be ethyl chloride. Now when ethyl chloride reacts with potassium hydroxide, so let's see what happens. So my dear friends, just to tell you, K, that is potassium, has a positive charge always. Any metal you take into consideration has always a positive charge. Now for example, if you consider sodium hydroxide, so you know sodium is a metal, so sodium will always have a positive charge. Same goes for potassium hydroxide. Since potassium is a metal, it will have a positive charge. And halides, that is chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine, all these halides always do have a negative charge. So now my potassium has a positive charge and chlorine has a negative charge. So these two will come together and they'll make KCl. So KCl is my byproduct. So K bhi gaya and Cl bhi gaya. Now what do I have remaining with me? OH. Now just to tell you my dear friends, you may be knowing this is a very basic thing. You know that H2O always splits into H plus and OH minus. मतलब H2O के molecules जो है वो break down या split कैसे होते हैं, तो H2O dissociates into H plus and OH minus. So what does that mean? That my OH has a negative charge and my hydrogen has a positive charge. So here what will happen is, if OH has a negative charge, it will obviously attract towards a positive charge and all the hydrogens present here do have a positive charge. So this OH will react with any of the hydrogen present in my alkyl halide. Abhi OH bhi hai, H bhi hai. So what will happen? They'll come together and make H2O. Okay. OH has a negative charge. All the hydrogen atoms in my alkyl halide have a positive charge. So I have OH, I have a H. They come together and form a water molecules. So KCl is my byproduct. H2O is my byproduct. Now what remains here? Now what do I have left with me? See, now I have, just write down as it is. Now I have 2 carbon, ये H भी गया, ये Cl भी गया, and this KOH is also gone. Now I have 2 carbon atoms plus 4 hydrogens. So let me write it down as it is. 2 carbon and 4 hydrogen. Now I told you this, the valency of carbon is 4. So here, just check whether the valency of both the carbon is satisfied. So for the first carbon, 1, 2 and 3, unsatisfied. For the second carbon, 1, 2 and 3, unsatisfied. So for both the carbon, मुझे और एक bond बनाना है to make that compound stable. So what I will be doing is, I'll add a double bond here. Now, whenever you add something to a particular thing, there's a bond formation there. जब भी आप कुछ compound को add करते हो, तो वहाँ bond formation होता है. But when you extract something, there's a there's a double bond formed there. Understood? Now, since here I have removed something, there will be bond formation here. And when I add up something, the bonds there will be broken. Now for example, see, यहाँ पे it is unsatisfied, carbon का valency is unsatisfied. अगर मैं इसको 2H2 add करूँगी, तो यहाँ पे bond formation हो जाएगा, correct? But अगर मुझे ये H2 निकालना है, तो यहाँ पे double bond आएगा. I hope you all are understanding. Let us stick to an example so you understand it in a better way. Now see, these are my 2 carbons and 4 hydrogen, but the valency of both the carbon is still unsatisfied. So what do? I add a double bond here. Now just check whether the valency of both the carbon is satisfied. Coming to the first carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, satisfied. For the second carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Done. What is the name of my alkene? So the name of my alkene is ethene. Okay. Now using alkyl halide, that is using ethyl chloride, when it reacts with potassium hydroxide, I get my ethene there, and my byproduct is KCl and a water molecule, that is H2O. So this is the first method of preparation. Now my second method of preparation is using alcohol. Okay, now what do you mean by using alcohol? So, now again this is my alkane. This is my alkane. Now alkane make a 1 hydrogen when I remove and I replace it with an OH, it is called as an alcohol. It is called as ethyl alcohol. Now why ethyl alcohol or ethanol? It is also called as ethanol. Now it is called as ethyl alcohol or ethanol because ethane है pairing name because 2 carbons are involved and it is replaced by OH. OH is the functional group of alcohol. I told you this in the very first video I made that OH is the functional group of alcohol. So alkane make a 1 hydrogen when I remove and I replace it with an OH. It is called as an whatever the pairing name. If you use propane, it is propanol or propyl alcohol. Now here I have taken into consideration 2 carbons, so it will be called as ethyl alcohol or ethanol. Now when ethanol is treated with H2SO4, now what is H2SO4? So H2SO4 means sulfuric acid, and sulfuric acid is a very good dehydrating agent. Now what do you mean by dehydrating agent? Dehydrating agent means it can easily remove water molecules. Dehydrating agent means it can easily remove water molecules. So sulfuric acid is a very good dehydrating agent. So what will it do? It will obviously extract a water molecule. So how will it extract a water molecule? So just a simpler way for you to understand. Now pay attention here. I have OH. I told you in the previous reaction, OH has a negative charge and hydrogen has a positive charge. Now obviously OH पर negative है, hydrogen पर positive है, तो उनके बीच में attraction होगा and my H2O will get out. समझा? OH पर negative है and H पर positive है. They will come together, form a water molecule and get out. Now what do I have remaining with me? Now again I have 2 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 hydrogens. Now just tell me, is the valency of carbon satisfied? Not yet, because in the first carbon it is just making 3 bonds right now, and second carbon is also making 3 bonds. So to satisfy the valency of both the carbons, I am going to make a double bond here. Just look at the reaction and write it down once so you understand it in a better way. When ethanol is treated with H2SO4, H2SO4 is a good dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent means it can extract water molecule easily. तो इसने क्या किया, OH पर negative charge है and H पर positive charge है, तो OH come together and they form a water molecule, and my H2O is thrown out. The ethene formed is, and the alkene formed is ethene. So this is my second method of preparation. Now my dear friends, what I have decided is, now I am just taking two methods of preparation, because considering your 11th portion, you have only methods of preparation of alkane and alkene. You don't have alkyne as of now. So I'll just jump on to something else. That is what I have decided for 11th, 12th and for JEE NEET as well. Named reactions are extremely important, like very important, because they've been asked in MCQ pattern also, and then they ask you write Sedzev rule, statement and reaction, or write Markovnikov, or write peroxide effect with statement and example. So these are some very important things. So in every video, what I will be doing is, at the end of the video, we'll take one named reaction. So that every day, like in every video, if you just go on with one named reaction, you'll find it easy. So the named reaction that I will be taking today is Markovnikov rule. Markovnikov's rule. Now basically, what is a named reaction? मतलब ये reactions का नाम किसने रखा है? What is this? What is this concept named reactions? So named reactions are those reactions which are named after some scientists who have done those experiments. Okay, and even under the point of named reactions, there are some reactions which are commercially very important. So today we are going to see Markovnikov's rule. Now again, Markovnikov was a scientist. Let's see what he had to say, or what experiment did he carry out. When an unsymmetrical alkene undergoes addition reaction, the negative part of the reagent goes to the carbon atom having least number of hydrogen atoms. Just write down this statement. When I take an example, you'll understand it in a better way. When an unsymmetrical alkene undergoes addition reaction, the negative part of the reagent goes to the carbon atom having least number of hydrogen atoms. Just write it down. When I take an example, it will be clear to you. So I hope you all are done. Now let's see the example. Okay. I'm just writing it down because the place is not sufficient. So these are my two reactants. Now this is the name of my first reactant is propene. Why do I say propene? जब भी 3 कार्बन इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, the name of the parent is propane. Now since there's a double bond present here, the name of this hydrocarbon will be propene. Okay, and this is my hydrogen bromide. Okay, now as I told you, hydrogen has positive charge, and since bromine is an halogen, it will have a negative charge. Now what we have said in this statement कि जो अपना reactant का negative part है वो ऐसे कार्बन को जाएगा जिसके पास सबसे कम number of hydrogen है. So let us check it out. See, the first carbon has 3 hydrogen. तो ये तो competition से out है. Okay. Now my second carbon has 1 hydrogen. Sorry, 1 hydrogen. And my third carbon has 2 hydrogens. Okay. तो इसमें से फर्स्ट, सेकेंड एंड थर्ड कार्बन सबसे कम हाइड्रोजन किसके पास है? तो सेकेंड कार्बन के पास है. अभी सिंस द सेकेंड कार्बन हैज द लीस्ट नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, मेरा नेगेटिव पार्ट विल गो एंड अटैच टू द सेकेंड कार्बन. नाउ अगेन व्हेनेवर यू ऐड समथिंग द बॉन्ड देयर इज ब्रोकन, एंड व्हेनेवर यू एक्सट्रैक्ट समथिंग देयर इज अ बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन देयर. नाउ सिंस यू आर एडिंग अप समथिंग हियर, ये डबल बॉन्ड ब्रेक होगा, सो जस्ट राइट इट एज इट इज. Now ये CH3 एज इट इज रहेगा. अब मेरा सेकेंड कार्बन, उसके पास एक H है और सबसे कम H है उसके पास, मतलब एक ही हाइड्रोजन है. तो मेरा नेगेटिव पार्ट दैट इज ब्रोमीन विल गो एंड अटैच टू द सेकेंड कार्बन हियर. ब्रोमीन विल गो एंड अटैच टू द सेकेंड कार्बन. अभी एज आई सेड कुछ ऐड किया है इसीलिए बॉन्ड ब्रेक होगा, तो डबल बॉन्ड का सिंगल बॉन्ड हो जाएगा. और क्या क्या है वो लिख लो. एक H है और एक H है. You have 2 H here, no? Now just see whether the valency of this carbon is satisfied. Carbon का valency is 4, but how many bonds you have here? 1, 2 and 3. To make this stable, we need one more bond. One more hydrogen is supposed to be here. वो hydrogen मैं कहाँ से लाऊँ? तो ये वाला जो hydrogen है वो थर्ड कार्बन के पास आएगा और valency satisfy करेगा. I'll explain it again. This is my propene. Parent का name है propane and double bond is present, so it is called as propene. Propene ने react किया है HBr के साथ. Br halogen है, इसीलिए उस पर negative charge and hydrogen always has a positive charge. अभी Markovnikov's rule बोलता है कि negative part जो है वो ऐसे कार्बन को जाएगा जिसके पास सबसे कम हाइड्रोजन है. तो इन तीनों में से सबसे कम हाइड्रोजन सेकेंड कार्बन के पास है, और जब भी हम लोग कुछ ऐड करते हैं तो बॉन्ड वहाँ पे ब्रेक होता है, और जब भी यू रिमूव समथिंग वहाँ पे बॉन्ड फॉर्म्स, जैसे बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन है. ना यहाँ पे मैं कुछ ऐड कर रही हूँ इसीलिए ये डबल बॉन्ड ब्रेक हो रहा है और इट विल कन्वर्ट इनटू अ सिंगल बॉन्ड. तो Br यहाँ अटैच हो गया. फिर व्हाट ऑल यू हैव, जस्ट राइट एज इट इज. आई हैव CH3 एज इट इज, CH और यहाँ Br ऐड हो गया, डबल बॉन्ड ब्रेक हो गया और 2 हाइड्रोजन है. बट कार्बन का वैलेंसी इज 4, सो द थर्ड कार्बन इज अनसेटिस्फाइड. सो उसका वैलेंसी सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए आई नीड वन मोर हाइड्रोजन, और वो हाइड्रोजन ये होगा, मतलब ये हाइड्रोजन आएगा और थर्ड कार्बन का वैलेंसी सेटिस्फाई करेगा. So that is it. This is known as Markovnikov's rule. This is very very important. This is like many times they have asked this question. Now they have Markovnikov rule and anti-Markovnikov as well. Now in this video I am just taking this one. In the next one we take anti-Markovnikov's rule. So this is very important. Please study this properly. And that is all for today. In the next video I'll be just continuing with this chapter because 50% is almost done. We have 50% left out and we'll complete it in probably 2 videos. So yeah, that's all. Study well and please write down the reactions and practice so that you remember it. So yeah, thank you and take care.